Video, we will come to understand the role of participles in English grammar. What is a participle? A participle is a non-finite verb. It is formed from a verb but functions as an adjective. To know more about non-finite verbs, watch my video on finite and non-finite verbs. Now, in short, a finite verb is a main verb of a sentence, and a non-finite verb is formed from a verb. It looks like a verb, but it does not do any action. Participles are of three types: present participle, the past participle, and the perfect participle. The first type of participle is the present participle. Now, a present participle ends in ing. Like we have words like swimming, laughing, crying. So when we add the ing to it, to a verb, it could be a present participle. A present participle is not the main verb in a sentence. A present participle is formed from a verb. And the very important thing about a present participle is that it does not act as an action word or a verb, but it functions as an adjective. I can hear the bouncing ball. I can hear. That is the action done by the subject, and so here is the main verb in the sentence. If I ask you what is the verb in the sentence, immediately the response will be bouncing. But the subject here is hearing. I can hear. So here is the main verb, and then we have an ing verb here which is describing the ball. Bouncing ball. So bouncing here, it functions as an adjective, and therefore bouncing is a present participle. The next sentence, these are his jogging shoes. Now the main verb is are, and then we have a word describing shoes, that is jogging. What type of shoes? Jogging shoes. The person is not jogging. He is only wearing what type of shoes? Jogging shoes. And therefore this is an ing verb which functions as an adjective. So it is the present participle. That boring movie put me to sleep. Now put, main verb here. Okay, the boring movie put someone to sleep. So put is the action. Describing word boring. Word that describes the movie is boring. Therefore boring becomes the present participle. We saw the girl carrying the basket. What did we do? We saw. Saw is the action word, main verb of the sentence. And then we saw a girl, and she is described as carrying a basket. So the description over here is in the word carrying. So carrying becomes the present participle. I really love that dancing doll. Main verb. What am I doing? I am loving. I love. The main verb. Okay. And now I am describing that doll with another verb like ing word, and that means that dancing becomes a present participle. How do we form present participles? Now, if the verb has one syllable like play, run, sleep, sing, dance, and not verbs like allow, travel, which have two or more than two syllables. So if the verb has only one syllable, one vowel, and ends with a consonant, so there should be only one vowel in the verb, It should end with a consonant, not a vowel. Then you double the last letter before adding ing. Here, get. Okay, so get is only one syllable. Then it has only one vowel, ends with a consonant T. Therefore, double the last letter and add ing. Similarly, you will do with all this. Okay, now what happens with sleep? Okay, sleep has one syllable, but it has two vowels, E and E. It ends with a consonant, but because it has two vowels, we can't double the last letter. So this is the rule only for verbs which have one syllable, one vowel and end with a consonant. Sleeping we cannot put as sleepping. That would be wrong. Okay. Then there's another word like chase, ending with a vowel. So the way to form of the present participle for verbs ending with E would be to drop the E and then add ing. So chase, chase. Dropping the E becomes chasing, chasing. The second type of participle, which is the past participle. Now a past participle, again like the present participle, is formed from a verb. It is also used as an adjective, but the forms are different. It probably ends with ed, d, t, en or n. Driven by ambition, Derek worked up to 14 hours a day. Okay, the main verb in the sentence, Derek worked. Okay, describing the word describing Derek, Derek was driven. So driven ending with en is the past participle because it's the verb that describes the word that describes Derek, not the verb of the sentence. Exhausted from the marathon, the runner collapsed. So the action of the runner or the main verb is collapsed. The runner collapsed. Okay. Now describe the runner. Runner was exhausted. Okay. So exhausted ending with ed becomes the past participle. Illuminated by multicolored lights, the skyscraper looked incredible. Illuminated means lit, and skyscraper is a tall building. So the main verb here is skyscraper looked. So looked is the main verb. And we are describing the skyscraper as illuminated. Therefore, illuminated, which used as an adjective, is the past participle. Forming past, we have the verb here, simple tense, past simple tense. Look becomes looked, talk becomes talked, work becomes worked. And the past is same as the verbs in the simple past tense. Now this is only for regular verbs which are not regular verbs. So now see, to be, the past tense is was or were, but the past participle is very different, been. Okay, come, the same as the past participle. Eat, the past tense is ate, but the past participle is eaten. Okay, see, seen, take, taken, write, written, ending with en. Okay, ending with e. So these are the ways of forming past participles. Okay, some more past participles of irregular verbs are the following. Bite will be bitten. Choose will be chosen. En. Now look at these three words. Drink, swim and sink. So the past tense is drank, swam and sank. We have all three of these words have the vowel A. Now when they are changed into the past participle, that vowel A changes to U. Drunk, swum sunk. And then there are other words ending with en like take, taken, speak, spoken. Another word, different word, sleep, past participle ends with t, slept. Okay? So these are some examples of past participle of irregular. The third type of participle, the perfect participle. Combining the word having with the past participle of a word creates the perfect participle. Perfect participles demonstrate that an action was completed in the past. For example, having watched, having arrived, and having slept. So you don't have to do anything for the perfect participle. Just take the past participle and add the word having before it. For example, having watched, okay? Having delivered the message, he left immediately. So delivered is the past participle. When we add having before it, it becomes the perfect participle. Having finished his work, he was ready for play. So having finished becomes, and in the last sentence, the child having found its mother was happy again. So having found is the perfect participle. Let us do some exercises to reinforce what you have learnt already. Identify the participles in the following sentences and state he jumped from a running train. Now, how are you going to identify participles? The rule for identifying is, first of all, identify the main verb. He jumped. Jumped is the main verb. So jumped cannot be the participle. Then look for an ing word. You got the ing word here. What type of train? Running train. So running now becomes the present participle. A rolling stone gathers no moss. Again, like how I told you, gave you a tip. First, the main verb. Then, description word with ing, present participle. The broken glass cut my foot. Now here you have broken, you have cut. What is the main verb here? What is the action that has taken place? Cut. So the other type of word having en will be the past participle. The burnt toast tasted awful. The main verb, the action taking place, tasted. Once that is out of the way, that this is the main verb, the other verb ending with ed will be the past participle. Similarly, I stopped. A tired person. Hearing a noise, I turned around. A lost opportunity never returns. I'm sure you will be able to identify your present and past participles. Another exercise. Form the present participle by doubling the last letter. So we have rub, which is single syllable, ending with a consonant and having only one vowel. Therefore, we'll double the last word, last letter, and you get rubbing. Similarly, you do all these words and then add 5 more of your own words where you can form present participles in which the last letter is doubled. Another exercise, form the past participle by doubling the last letter. Rob, robbed. Similarly, make the other past participles by doubling the last letter and then write 5 more participles in which the last letter is doubled. Okay, increase your vocabulary, increase your knowledge of past participles. Okay, and the next topic will be gerunds, which is another non-finite verb.